I feel I need to tell you a story. It's a bit of a tale, so sit down, get yourself a nice warm cup of cocoa and snuggle up to someone next to you, and let me take you to a wondrous place called West Marcia. Long ago in a far-off kingdom called West Marcia, there lived a brave young prince, Callum. Callum was a troubled young child, being the youngest son of 4 rugged lads called the Williamsons. Despite being from the finest genetic stock that was available, thanks to the handsome, strong and oh-so-smart king of West Marcia, the Ace, Callum suffered terribly from a condition called snack-sized morosis. All of Callum's brothers teased him relentlessly due to his crippling condition, as it quite clearly did not run in the family. Callum, feeling sad and alone one day, wandered off into a dark and scary forest called Canterbury, where he met the evil sorcerer Che Guevara, who convinced Callum if he followed his radical and simply ludicrous teaching, he would one day become a big and powerful ruler, and then no one would make fun of Callum's snack-sized morosis. Callum eagerly agreed and began to stay more and more with the evil Che Guevara, to the point where the fine maiden Queen Mrs. Williamson began to question what sort of relationship Callum was having with this insidious man. 4 years passed. Callum had given Che Guevara all his gold and jewels, just so that he could learn more about this weird and fundamentally flawed teaching. Callum had now grown into a young man, and all the other princes had become successful in their own fields. Brave Prince Bryn was stout and strong. Courageous Prince Amon was tough and could pack a punch. And smart Prince Emmett was wise and bred his own army. Callum finally left the dark, scary forest of Canterbury and began to travel on the road back home, when he was suddenly confronted with a huge dragon called Real World, who doesn't give a crap about an outdated, preposterous notion such as communism that has proven it doesn't work due to the inherent natural tendency of man to be greedy. Callum jumped back and grabbed for his sword, but unfortunately Callum had given his sword to Che Guevara, who had used it to buy a magical white powder that he said would save the Latin American states from falling into the arms of reality. "Oh no," Callum screamed in a girly tone. "Please don't eat me," he yelped in an increasingly cowardly way. "I'm not going to eat you, Callum," said the dragon. "I'm going to make you work for me in the only way I think you're qualified." Suddenly Callum was transported into a noisy hot room, where he found himself wearing a blue-striped uniform with a plastic apron. "What's this?" cried Callum as he lifted his hands that were covered in flour. "This is your future," said the dragon. "My future?" Callum questioned in a puzzled tone. "Yes," said the dragon. "You'll soon wake up, Callum, and when you do, I want you to remember this lesson and heed the warning that your smart, good-looking, slightly pretty friends are telling you, and change your ways." Right at that moment, Callum awoke in his bed. Realizing he had soiled the bed, Callum quickly arose and ran into the family room, where his benevolent father was sitting. "Father," Callum screamed, "I had the most wondrous dream. I was in a magical kingdom, and a clever dragon saved me from wasting 4 years of my life. The wise, gorgeous specimen of a man called the Ace took one look at Callum and muttered the following words: 'Clean yourself up, boy, you're a bloody mess. Why can't you be like that friend of yours, Daniel? Now there's a boy I'd be proud to call a son.'"
Well, you know what it's like, driving late at night. You got the coolest driver's high, with a pumping score and the pedal to the floor. And you see me speeding by, 'cause you ain't no driver. Yeah, no, you ain't no driver. No, you ain't no driver. No. 'Cause in your head, maybe the light